Working from home can feel like a dream or a never-ending struggle. So if you're like me, you're tired of distractions, unfinished tasks, stick around and watch this video while I share with you some time management tips that has helped me become more productive. Time management is pretty key, and that is one area of my life that I'm taking very seriously, especially this year and going forward, to make sure that the things that I want to do, I get them done. Hi, I'm Evan, and I've been working from home for about 4 years now, and let me tell you, it hasn't always been smooth sailing. I've always struggled with overworking and been overwhelmed with like distractions and things like that. But over time, and actually more recently, I found strategies and tools that completely change how I work. And especially this year and going forward, I'm starting on time management business. It's like one of my major focus on just making sure that I get things done, all the goals, all the plans, and everything that you put aside, both career goals, personal goals, spiritual goals, financial goals, things like that. I feel like time management and discipline play a huge factor in making sure those come through, and of course by God's grace. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 time management tips that has helped me take control of my time as a remote worker. And even if you're not a remote worker, if you go to office in person, or you're an entrepreneur, you have businesses or things like that, just general tips that will help you get things done, to be honest. Not only if you're a remote worker, just generally get things done. There's a truth that I learned, and that is time is precious and we cannot control time. But then we act as if time is an endless resource. Like, girl, you don't determine when time starts or when time ends. Time is very precious. So the least you can do is to manage the time that God has given you wisely. When time goes, it goes. You can't get it back. Yesterday 12 p.m. has gone. Yesterday 12 p.m. was yesterday's 12 p.m. Today's 12 p.m. is going to differ from tomorrow's 12 p.m. So, preach. One thing is constant. Time is going to run out. Time is going to time. Basically, you can't hold time, you can't control time. So the time that you have available, just be productive with it and just make sure you make the best and the most use out of the time. And everyone has the exact same time every day. Everybody has 24 hours. The billionaires don't have 2 hours. The billionaires don't have 50 hours in a day. Everybody has the same 24 hours. Make sure that you make the best out of your time is what I'm telling myself as well. That's what's like helping me. I'm just giving you guys tips and stuff. But like, I've learned that everybody has the same time, and the way you use your time today determines your future. So it's like, girl, get up. If you're feeling lazy, stand up. My very first tip is that I created a dedicated workspace. When I first started working from home, I would hop from the couch to the bed to the dining table to the kitchen. I didn't have a particular space that I was doing work, and honestly it felt cozy. Like, I enjoyed it, but it didn't make me productive. So I decided to set up like a small space in the corner of my room. At that time, I don't know if you guys would have seen that video, but that was a long time ago, like 2021 or 2022, maybe, I don't remember now. But I set up a small space at the corner of my room with like a table and a chair, just so I can work and be productive. That helped actually. And I'm so grateful because like my current apartment now has a section, like a den, but that's like the whole workspace on its own. That area is like my area for work. It has a table, a chair. You guys have seen my whole workspace. It's just a very comfortable space that I can use for my home office, and honestly it has helped me tremendously. This basically helps your brain associate that space or that part of your room or that section, in my case that den area, to my workspace, to my productive space, to be honest. And it helps me leave work, right? So I leave that area and I probably come over to like my living room section, and that living room section is not really for work. It's for leisure time, right? Watching TV or relaxing or gisting or eating, things like that. If I used to work in my room, at that time I used to work in my room, there was no living work, honestly, because the bed that I stay on to sleep, the bed I stay on to watch TV, the bed I stay on to work. So it just wasn't really working out. I wasn't being productive. If I say I'm staying on the bed to work, I could fall asleep, I could lie down, I could just relax, I could put on a show and just watch instead. Like, I wasn't having that productive time, that secluded space for work, and that just made me waste time that I could be more productive. And then at night I'm struggling to like finish all my work or all my tasks or things like that. Or I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do it at night, or I'll just relax in bed and do it, I'll watch a show. No. So having that particular space for doing productive tasks, I know when I leave that section, I'm leaving work and coming to another section which is for leisure, for chill time, for watching TV, for eating, for cooking, things like that, and for sleeping. Now, for a tip, I know that some people might not have like the luxury of having a separate space for their home office. That's if you work from home or if you're doing like personal work, I feel like there are so many like foldable desk or like, laptop stand or just things that will form like a mini table, but then you can fold it and keep it aside. That's if you have small spaces. That will really help your productivity. Personally, I love my standing desk because it helps me switch between the standing and sitting positions while at work. So I used to stretch my back, because one thing that I really struggled with was backache, sitting long hours and stuff. I'll get into that later, but I still have like terrible lower back pains because of just sitting at work or sitting for a long period of time without like stretching or moving my body. So I had to get that standing desk, which really helps me, switching between standing and sitting positions while also being productive. So I would highly recommend that if it's something that you can afford or something that you think will help you, because I feel like it will help everybody, especially if you work from home. My second tip is to set clear working hours. One of the hardest things for me was to set clear working hours. I will check emails at night, or I'll work on some configuration tasks like late at night, and to be honest, that left me so exhausted. Even till the next day, like I'd wake up in the morning just tired already. Like I slept, but I'm waking up really tired, and of course that takes effect on how the rest of your day goes. So one thing I'm doing this year, I started last year already, was to like set clear working hours. Tell myself when to go to bed. I'm trying to do that because sometimes the thing is I work better at night, but then again, I can't always stay up late at night. Maybe I can do that like on a maybe Thursday night, because my Fridays are typically light. Not on a Sunday night, not on a Monday night, because my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are usually high with work and tasks and meetings, right? And if I have a meeting with a client in the morning, I can't wake up so exhausted or just be so tired in my body. So I've been trying to like sleep early on nights where I know the following day is busy. On the other nights where, okay, I can flex it, then yeah, I can probably do some work later at night. The truth is, if you manage your time better, you can do those things during the day if you can. Me now, I know I work better at night. There's less distractions and things like that. But the thing is, you can also avoid distractions during the day if you want to, right? But even if you're going to work at night, just balance the day, right? You're not working crazy during the day and also working crazy during the night. Like, it's not going to balance. Like, you're not going to be as productive as you should be, and you just feel like you're so tired in your body. Now, what I started doing is I've been doing that, but I'm more like sticking to it, is to like use my Google Calendar to block out times for tasks that I need to do. There's this focus time feature or option that you can use on Google Calendars. You can even color code it like different colors. Oh, there's one for focus working time, one for client meetings and things like that. So that's really helps my brain to like focus and see, okay, what time am I blocking out for this? What time am I blocking out for that? I'm not gonna be like working at 9 p.m. at night or 8 p.m. at night, or trying to finish work that I should have done during the day at night. Now that leads me to my next point, which is use time blocking feature. Honestly, I'm the kind of person, like, if I have a lot of work to do, like it's a lot of work to do, I'll just be so overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. I can go and sleep, or I can just go and eat. Because I'm like, where do I even start from? How do I even do this? Like, I'll be thinking of the task. The time I even think of the task or worry about the task or just blur, I can actually use to start the work, which is the honest truth. I can use it to start the work, and not only for my like 9 to 5 job, but like even YouTube, for example, even my personal things that I'm working on or trying to do. And I have the tendency to like push away the task or just be like, oh my god, I have to do this. So now I will now dress up, I will do makeup, I will do this before I come and film this video. Oh my goodness. Like, you can already start dressing up, sister. Just start dressing up. When you start, you get in the groove of it, and you just feel like before you know, you're ready and you're sitting and you're ready to film a video. I'm just using that as an example. Before you know, you finish task 1, you finish task 2. Utilizing the Google Calendar I mentioned in the previous step has helped me like block out focus times. But then again, breaking those tasks into smaller sections. I'm going to use YouTube as an example. Oh, I want to film a video on time management. Cool. Research on the topic. Think about access what you've been doing that's been helping you is another thing. Once you get your script and content ready, then plan your filming day. What day are you going to film? Oh, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Okay, that means I have to get up like 9 a.m., get ready, find something to eat, dress up, get my equipment, and sit down and start filming the video. I've kind of broken it down in like little chunks. And if I plan like the content, okay, I already plan the content, let's say Thursday, I already have it in my mind, okay, Saturday I'm going to film. You know, you already set up the time to film the video, right? So you're like going boom, 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 boom. To be honest, breaking the task down in little chunks will really help you achieve them. Okay, I'm just gonna get up and get ready. Something I'm gonna do anyway. I'm gonna shower, right? I'm gonna do makeup. I'm gonna, get myself together, get my camera ready, make sure my camera batteries are charged, things like that. I've noticed like doing those things has helped me really be more efficient and avoid procrastination. And that's where the calendar comes in. I'm using that as an example because that's what has worked for me the most. Blocking the time on my calendar, even on Saturday, this time to this time, 10 to 12, I'm going to be filming. Or let's say 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm going to prep my content on a Thursday night, right? Or Friday night, things like that. So just schedule the task in urgency and priority, and then you can also do reminders as well. Get a reminder on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Get ready for your filming day, everyone. I'm just giving you guys examples so you guys can understand the big picture and how time blocking and scheduling tasks and setting clear working hours has helped me. So I'm not going to use my work hours to prep the content, right? I'm not going to prep content on a Tuesday morning by 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. because I'm supposed to be working, right? So like 9 to 5, I know that that's for like my work time, right? And then the evenings I can do like things about YouTube. I'm just saying like the things that I've been doing, things about YouTube, prepping the content and checking the thumbnails, uploading the video, scheduling a video, things like that. So for me, Google Calendar is key. I've also tried an app called Toggle. You can also track your time with that. It's pretty good. I know a lot of people also use Notion, so that could be an option as well. I haven't really used Notion, but I've seen people use it and it looks good. I think I've just been lazy to get into it. But for me, Google Calendar works well, and the reminders on my phone because it's like synced. So if I set it up on my laptop, I'll get a notification on my phone when it's time for me to do the task that I want to do. Toggle is also good to like track your task and track your time as well. My fourth tip is a major one: minimize distractions. Come on, there are distractions everywhere. There's TV, there's phones, there's so many things that could get you distracted, especially phone and especially TV. One thing that I really want to explore this year is co-working spaces. Leaving my house and maybe going to a cafe or going to a co-working space or a work date with my friend, just somewhere else, so that like I feel like the change of environment will help me when I'm not also in the comfort of my home, where I can pull up my fridge anytime and just get food, or I can be doing laundry or just be cooking when I'm not supposed to doing those things, right? Or just with the TV or just on my phone scrolling and scrolling. If you have, let's say I'm on a work day with my friend, there's a chance that I would not really be scrolling my phone a lot, right? So I want to explore like co-working spaces and see if that will like help me be more productive. However, one thing I've been doing, especially if you're prone to like scrolling on your phones and stuff, is to set focus times. So I have set focus times for work, focus times for my devotion, my personal devotion on God. Those things just help prevent your phone to ring or get a notification or get a message. It's kind of blurred out, so you don't have any notifications coming on your phone when you're supposed to be focusing on work or focusing on filming or focusing on other personal things that you want to do. Use focus times. Is it called focus time or just focus? There's a focus setup that you can do, especially if you have an iPhone. It's under settings, so you can create different focus times for different tasks that you want to do, like work or your devotion or filming YouTube. I'm just giving an example, right? There's also the standard do not disturb. If I'm like leading a client meeting, for example, I usually put my phone on that so that I don't get any calls, I don't get any notifications, my phone doesn't ring out, things like that. So focus has really, really helped me in like minimizing my distractions and focus on a task that I have to do actually. Now, my fifth tip, which is a very important one but can easily be overlooked, is to take meaningful breaks. There's a technique called the Pomodoro technique, which, or maybe you work 25 hours, take 5 minutes break and repeat. Honestly, that helps. It might not be 25 minutes you do, you could do like an hour stretch, or you could do 2 hours stretch, rest for 20 minutes, things like that. Just make sure you're taking breaks in between. That really helps avoid burnout. To be honest, I used to skip breaks because I would think that, it will make me more productive. No need to take this. I can still try and do this. I can still try and do this. But when I stop that work, before I go back to it, hours. But when I even go back to it that day, that's just because I'm just exhausted. Not only exhausted physically, exhausted in your brain, exhausted mentally, exhausted emotionally. You're just tired. But like if you take breaks, like you're looking forward to the next break, right? And you just have in mind, okay, 1 hour, I need to get this thing done right now. And that 1 hour, you sit down and get it done, knowing that you're going to take a 10 minutes break, for example, right after. I noticed that when I paid more attention to my energy and managed my energy better by taking breaks, it really helped me become more productive, right? I was very effective, efficient in doing the work that I had to do. When you sit down and focus on the task that you have to do and get it done, take breaks and all of that, it really helps you. Well, for me, it really helped me leave work or finish work at 5 p.m. with no guilt, right? I'm done with work at 5 p.m. knowing that I've done all that I needed to do that day, to the best of my ability. The rest of the time that I have left from 5 p.m. until I sleep, for example, by 10 p.m., I can use it to do other things I want to do, workout, I can use it to do my night devotion, for example. I can use it to plan my YouTube content, right? I can use it to plan my businesses that I'm trying to launch, or review the other goals and areas of my life that I want to do guilt-free, right? I'm not trying to do all those things in between the time I'm supposed to use to do my 9 to 5. There's things that I've learned, and that is work never ends, work never stops. There is always more work to do, which is the truth. There is a quote that I want to read by Andy Grove, and when I read this, I was like, that actually makes sense. He said, "My day ends when I'm tired and ready to go home, not when I'm done. I am never done. There is always more to be done, more that should be done, always more that can be done." And that's the honest truth. You can't finish all your work in one day. So the time you set aside to actually focus on the work or the things that you want to do, just focus your time and do it. And when you're done, just be done and go and rest, because there's always work to do. Tomorrow has its own work, and the work that you're supposed to do today, don't push it to tomorrow, because there's already work waiting tomorrow, and that's procrastination. One thing that's really helped me is, I would say, a 2-minute rule. Would say a 2-minute rule. I think people call it a 2-minute rule, but me, I don't even know. What I started doing, especially this year, if I have to do a task, especially one that's not going to take hours, I'll just start doing it instead of thinking of, okay, I have to do this one, I have to do this one. I just start doing it, and before I know, I'm done, right? Instead of pushing it to the next day, tomorrow already has its own work waiting. I always say to myself, just try and do what you can do today. Like I said, time is precious. Nobody controls time. Only God has control of time. So don't act as if time is an endless resource, because time will go. The time of today is going to go today. Tomorrow is start another time. So do what you have to do with the best of your ability. Maximize your time, maximize productivity. If you're more productive at night, like I said, then try not to work so crazy in the day, because at night you're going to be productive. You're supposed to be working as much. So just try and balance it. If you're more productive in the morning, that early in the morning, especially the tasks that you know that are very important, very urgent, just do them very early while your brain is sharp. If your brain is sharp at night, then do those ones at night and do the low-hanging ones during the day. Just accept the fact that there will always be more work to do. So end your work on time and do the things that make you happy. If it's watching a movie, going out on dates, going out to eat, going to the gym, sleeping, eating, finish your work and go and do things that you want to do. That's what I've been doing, and these are the things I've been following, and they've actually been helping me, and I'm so thankful. So I just thought to share with you to enhance your productivity as you're starting this year. I'm sure a lot of people have different goals and plans and things they want to accomplish and do. Honestly, time is key. Time is what you're going to use to do that. Just make sure you're maximizing your time properly for productivity. If you found this video very helpful, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And leave down in your comments, let me know things you're working on to maximize your time and to be a better version of yourself. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.